President Akkufo Addo says Ghana beyond aid is not just a slogan, but a conscious move to change the mindset of Ghanaians and harness both human and natural resources of the country to improve the economic well-being of every citizen.
Comparing Ghana to countries like Singapore, South Korea, and Malaysia, the president said, with a can-to-do mentality, Ghana can catch up with these Asian tigers who, within the space of 30 years, have made it to the top of the economic ladder. President Akkufo Addo said this at the 61st Independence Anniversary celebration at the Black Star Square in Accra. Another report by Edward Nyarko.
Official Development Assistance (ODA) refers to aid from government to develop economies for promoting economic development and welfare in low and middle income countries. And over the years, aid has been touted as a friend to many countries that are below the economic ladder, especially in Africa. To most Pan-Africanists, including President Akkufo Addo, aid is not a friend but a foe to Africa's rise to economic independence. Since assuming office on January 7, 2017, President Akkufo Addo has consistently been deploying arsenals against the fortress of aid and has pledged to help Ghana win the battle against aid dependency, which he has captioned Ghana Beyond Aid. Net aid to Africa in 2016 stood at $27 billion, but according to the Africa Progress Panel chaired by the former UN Secretary General, Mr. Kofi Annan, illicit flows of financial resources out of Africa stands at $54 billion annually. This clearly shows that aid is not the antidote to Africa's economic woes, and Ghana's 61st independence anniversary was dedicated to drumming home the need to win the nation of aid.
The truth is that even if there were no aid fatigue, and with the best will in the world, and the most charitable governments in place in the so-called donor countries, there will be never enough aid to develop Ghana to the level we want. Aid was never meant to be what would bring us to the status of a developed nation. I do not, by advocating a status beyond aid, want to inflict poverty on us or thumb our noses against those who have helped us and continue to do so. There's nothing to be gained in celebrating an ideological victory in poverty. There's no pride or dignity in poverty. There's no dignity in having hungry children or mothers dying needlessly in childbirth. And there's no dignity in drinking dirty water.
But according to the president, going beyond aid will require a collective effort of mobilizing domestic resources, including taxes, plugging leakages in public finance, and harnessing the potential of every Ghanaian.
Indeed, the most rapid cases of economic and social transformation in history, those in Southeast Asia, generally span a period of 30 years, about a generation. We cannot wait that long. We have wasted enough time already. It is time to get on with it, and the time is now.
Ghana Beyond Aid has resonated with Ghanaians, and some political actors say it is a step in the right direction.
It's not about rejection of help, it's about self-sufficiency. So if we're going to be self-sufficient, you see, if we have this thought in our mind that we can always go for aid, we can keep borrowing money, we will keep borrowing money and putting our country in debt. And our children and our great-grandchildren will be paying for things that happened long before they were born.
The concept is right, the idea is good, and we support it, but we would want to see it within a comprehensive national development plan, as many of the countries that were mentioned have done. South Korea, Singapore, every country that moves from one stage of development to another pursues development plans.
If we can go organic, not only just a sport, go organic, the world, there's a huge market waiting, gapping market waiting. So if we can allow people to stop the GMO in Ghana, those who don't know GMO, it means genetically modified organisms. That is not good for us. They say they will increase your yields, but it does not help our farm because our farmers cannot be able to have their own seeds. Then we'll rely on somebody else to give us seeds, and if they don't give us, we don't have food security.
First and foremost, unity of forces. Get everybody involved. all parties involved. Let it be national and not partisan.
Some analysts say aid is an important tool for promoting economic development and welfare, but it depends on how one looks at it. In 2016, the U.S. topped the global aid league chart by giving $30 billion, either as a bilateral aid or through international organizations such as World Bank or UN. Germany is second with over $20 billion. Edward Nyarko, reporting for GBC 24.